Good evening once again. Back on the bike, and I don't know quite which way around these videos are going to come because I'm waiting on something. So I've started on something else, but I've had to spend some money. Some more money. Nightmare. So while I'm waiting for something to turn up, I'm going to crack on and have a look at this engine then. Okay, so this video is about the engine on there. Whether you see this before the other one or after it, I don't know. Who knows how this is going to work. So come on, let's have a look at this engine and see what we're going to do. Hold on 1 second. Right, good. Okay, so you can see the bike's laid over. And the reason I've laid it over is so we don't lose any oil out of this side. So the engine casing then, oh, my phone's on charge. My new phone, battery's flat. Let me just take it off charge a minute. So engine wise, what we're going to do, we're going to leave the cylinder heads as they are, leave the inner crankcase as it is. However, we are going to have a go at polishing the outer crankcases. I've actually had a go at the other side that you can't see at the minute, but I'll show you later on in situ. So I've left it on without taking it off. However, this one, because of the way it goes all around here and everything else, I'm actually going to have to take this side off. Okay, so the bike's laying over on its side, as you can see, so we don't lose any oil with a bit of luck. So what we'll do, let's whip this side casing off them. Okay, the other side, yeah, a bit suspect the other side, the way I've done it, but it's okay. It's okay for what we're after here then. So let's pop this one off. Bear with me 1 second. Welcome back. So what we've done, look, what have we done? So we've cleaned this up with the wire wheel, so you can see we've taken all of the manky crap off, and it looks all right. Bits. Oh, there you are. Tell you what, let's turn the camera around. That might be easier, mightn't it? That's better. Now I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so clean this up, as you can see. So clean all of the manky crap off as best as I can anyway with the wire wheel. You can see it's a bit sort of scratched and that, but we're not worried about that. To be fair, I'd be quite happy to put it on like that, but what we're going to do, we are going to buff it up a bit. Now from a buffing up point of view, I'm just going to do it exactly the same there. So there you look, I'll use that bad boy there, I reckon. However, I'm seriously running out of bar, so I've ordered some more. I'm not going to take it off the price of the bike because I will only use a little bit of it, and I'll use this for other stuff as well. So that's the only little bit I've got at the minute. I'm sure I've got more somewhere, but I just can't seem to find it. So, without further ado, let's crack on. Let's crack on and try and polish this up a little bit. Right, okay, look what we got then. We got a shiny engine cover. Okay, so I've just polished it up with that that one bar, the tiny little bit that I had left, and so it's come up like this, which is fabulous for us because now bear in mind, and please, if you've just dipped into this video to watch it, this video isn't about how to polish up a bit of metal. It's about how to get a bike back on the road without spending any money on it, basically. So it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but you've got to say it's a lot fucking better than it was, isn't it? Fabulous that. Now then, I've ordered a gasket for this, which again we'll have to do a budget check in a while, because I think we're out of money now, just about. So I can't put this back on. So what we're going to do then, while we're waiting, we're going to have a look at cleaning up these foot pegs, I reckon, because once the engines and casings are on, then we'll be able to put all of this lot back on, won't we? Okay, so let's have a quick spin through this, and all I'm going to do with this, I'm going to do everything to do with this, either with the grinder or with a wire wheel, and we're just going to take the rust off. That's it, I think. Okay, so we'll take it all apart, and then we'll just clean it all up as best as we can clean it up, and we'll see what we end up with. Okay, fabulous, good stuff. Let's crack on. Let's crack on. Times have changed, look, wearing a blooming hat in the garage again. I can't find my proper garage hat. It's around somewhere, but we will find it. No doubt before this thing's fucking finished, that's for sure. Okay, so where are we then? So we've cleaned up the, let me turn you around, Yes, we've cleaned up the casing. I put all of the windings and the pickup back in there. I thread locked the bolts, putting them back in, just to be on the safe side. Hey, and we bought a gasket, so we got a new gasket. Oh, this has got to come off the budget. I mean, tenner this was. So, oh, let's sit down. Yeah. £10.50 I think it was, if I remember rightly. I'll remember rightly, and I'll do a budget check just here now where we are. Now the budget's all a bit skew-whiff at the minute because I've already spent some money on another bit of the bike that I've started, but we'll come to that after this video, I reckon, because we'll do this first because I've got the bike lying on its side and I can't continue on. What I'm doing at the minute is the switch gear, and I can't carry on with that until the bike's back up on its wheels again. So we've got to put this back together. Okay, so what we've done, we've polished this up a bit, not brilliantly, but good enough for our purposes, and a lot better than it was, that's for sure. So we're just going to put it back on. New gasket. I am going to put a little bit of silicone around it as well. Okay, so I'll put you somewhere suitable, and then we can put it together. Hello everybody, sorry for the lack of putting videos on and the lack of videoing, but life's just been a bit fraught lately, so I haven't really had a chance to do it, and too many other things are much more important than this one. However, we're just having a little spin at it now, just for a bit of escapism. So where are we? Look, we can see then, I've cleaned up the engine casings. I took this one off, as you've probably seen in the video. I can't remember what I videoed, to be perfectly honest, but so I've given this a bit of a clean up, and then stuck this one back on, so it looks, again, remember, we're not going for immaculate here, but we're just going for adequate, and it's more than adequate. I think it looks pretty good, to be fair. All of the foot pegs and stuff, they cleaned up all right, didn't they? They're not too bad at all. Some bits are a bit sort of suspect in places, but overall the effect, I think, is pretty good. On the other side then, what have we done on the other side? Let's have a look. Look, I've got a side stand. On the other side then, oh, excuse the space, we're struggling for space. So I polished up this one. So now I did this one on the bike, so I didn't take it off the bike, and there's a few scratch marks I've got to try and get off at the top there, but I can't do that really until I can turn the bike round and get a bit more on it. But I'm going to do that without taking this off. So I'll just try and polish those scratches out a little bit. But overall, this side foot peg assembly and all of that, I don't know if you would have seen the state they were in. They were in a right state. And if you look now, they've come out really nicely. Come up very nicely indeed. I thought I was going to have to buy some new ones, or some second-hand ones, if you see what I mean. But yeah, that's good. So our engine then is pretty much done, as much as we're going to do it. That is as good as we're going to make the engine and the foot pegs. Now I've got the crash bars. I kid you not, I have spent so long trying to figure out how those things go on there, and I cannot make them fit at all, no matter what I do. And I think possibly they might be for a different age. I'm guessing they're for a different age, one of these, and there's a slight difference in the engine casings or something, because however I fit them, or however I try and get them on there, I can't stop them from touching this side engine casing. So I'm assuming that it's not my stupidity. I think they just don't fit. Okay, so they're not going to be fitted. But that's where we are then. So that's where we are. I'm not sure which video you'll see first, that one or the one on the handlebars. So I'm not showing you the handlebars just yet. And maybe that'll be on the next video. Or you might have already seen it, one way or another. Anyway, we're moving on. So let's assume that the next thing we're going to do is the handlebars, or the next video you're going to see is the handlebars, and then at the end of that video we'll talk about what we're going to do next. But we're still on it, slowly. It's slowed down an awful lot. It's funny, when I show different aspects of this, I can see like more rust in the video than you can actually see with your eyes. It's a really strange phenomenon. Okay, I'm going to shut up, and I'll speak to you very shortly.